Okay, so we have Republicans versus the MAGA isolationists, is what they're being termed now. So now you have people who believe that they are traditionally Republican versus those who are MAGA, and it's us against the world type of thing. Tucker Carlson was, I don't think it was recently, but I'll say recently, criticized on Fox News, and they are now even calling it the Isolationist Party. Your Marjorie Taylor Greens and those people, to where they are the ones who are separating themselves from the traditional GOP. So, will we see the right sort of implode? Will we start to see more rumblings and maybe even a war of words between the old guard and the isolationists? Because I guess their point is now they're taking it too far. Now you're no longer just MAGA. Now you're like crazy. To where you can't criticize at all, and the moment somebody does, you turn against them and all that type of stuff. So let's see. Let's see. Well, there's the Chariots. First card, the Queen of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. I think you will, because I think you're going to have some very headstrong people coming out and saying, here's our platform, here's what we believe, here's what we're going to do, that type of thing. And if you're not on board, then you're automatically the rhino, or you're a traitor to the cause, and Donald Trump is the greatest, blah blah blah, that type of thing. And so someone is going full steam ahead there, and it's part of their agenda, their manifesto even. So with that Page of Pentacles, that lets me know they wrote it down somewhere, like literally. That's a physical thing when you're talking Pentacles. And so you can go look at their timelines and their Facebooks and Instagrams and all that stuff. The Hermit, isolation. Page of Swords, lies, news, and gossip. News is a strong word, fake news, but lies and gossip there. But bear in mind too, with the Page of Swords, it's not always negative, but in this case. But with the Page of Swords, it's calculated. This is not a person spreading gossip just because they like to talk. Sometimes it is, but in this case, these people know what they're saying, and they know who they're saying it to, and they know why they're saying it to them. And so it's a bit calculated. And then there's the Tower. Yes. We will have a lot of implosion and explosion as well. So this is not just an internal thing. We will get to see the results of the isolationist party versus the headstrong people. Well, let's see. The Knight of Wands. That's movement forward, and it is coupled here with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is, again, that gossip and hearsay and she said, he said. And the Knight of Wands means it's going forward. So this is part of the plan, and you're going to see a lot more of it. Right now, it's a trickle. But the deluge, I believe, is on the way. Word of warning is the Two of Cups. They will not see eye to eye on this one. Mind you, at the core of it all, they're on the same side. Which is what the Two of Cups is kind of trying to remind people, is you may look like you're from two different walks of life, but you both want the same thing. You want some sort of success or blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like when we talk about humans, we may be different colors and different cultures and different this and different that, but we all bleed red and we all have a heart and we all have a this. So there's like a common denominator within you that make you all the same. You know, we're all the stardust. On this, in this card, you may be from two different walks of life, but you have the same core value. And so they can't help but be at odds because they're odd. Justice, that's kind of the problem. Justice, you believe you are right. Now, this is not divine justice, which means that there is a law that everybody has to be under because that's the way things go. This is interpreted. So with the justice card, you have honesty and truth and fairness, but it's not blind. Justice is not blind in the tarot. It is fully. Themis, I believe, is the one that has the blindfold, and Astrea does not. So Astrea is Themis' daughter, I believe. And so while the bones of justice should be fair for everybody, it picks and chooses in this modern age. And so they believe they are right, and their side knows everything, and the other side is wrong. The moon plots and schemes, and the Four of Wands, especially when it comes to the White House. So it is something where they need to try to penetrate the administration to get it what they want, but it is going to be very difficult to do so because the isolationists speak louder. They're not even in the majority of that group. They just speak louder. I mean, let me ask, since we're here, because I don't know if they're not in the majority. I mean, it seems like every day somebody's a little crazier than they were yesterday, so including us. You know, it's just we kind of come to the end of our rope a little bit here. So, let's see. Who's in the majority? The isolationists. Do the eyes have it? Will the eyes overtake the MAGA party? Will the eyes overtake the MAGA party? Not MAGA party. Republican Party. Probably not a Freudian slip. Will the isolationists overtake the GOP? Because again, the GOP is calling them the isolationists, even the MAGAs, because this came from Fox News, mind you. They're saying these people are the fringe. So will they overtake? Will they overtake the party? The magician, they have the ability to. Because they have right now, they have the podium of manipulation. Because they have the guy in the White House. Mind you, this is their playbook, okay? Donald Trump is not all that different, in some ways, yes, than George Bush. Remember, he started a war on false pretenses too, and also tanked the economy. So it's a playbook. So Republicans have had their playbook as far as politicians go for a long time. This is a little different because these people are emboldened now. Ace of Cups. This is not technically what this could mean, but I'm going to say it anyway. They could possibly be looking at a new leader soon. the Isolationist, or the GOP. There's a new leader emerging. The Ace of Cups is a new person, a new relationship, someone stepping forward. That person may not have all the power in the world, because this is not the King of Wands. King of Wands is a new leader with, plan and purpose. This is someone who appeals, and so maybe a new talking point person. Knight of Wands, progression, and the Four of Wands. Will they grow and take over? Not right now. The Magician is not an action, so the Magician is a capability. It means you have the power to do so, you just have to get out there and do it. The Knight of Wands means they are getting out there and doing it, because this is progression, taking something by the reins and controlling it. The person stepping forward here, and then the Four of Wands is a success, a completion of your idea. And so what you have to have in this case is time, because they are moving forward, and so they will eat the party. Eight of Wands moving forward. Drink the Kool-Aid and put on the Nikes, and we'll see what happens.